Is it recording? I don't see nothing.
Hello. Welcome
To another day.
to the LCRC Hump Day Happy Hour Wrap-Up Show. There's a lot of aggravation right now because somehow I can't get onto my Facebook page. And I went to post through Nitro Caddy and it won't let me do a live video there either. So everybody's going to Nitro Caddy trying to find the video, but this is going to upload to YouTube probably about midnight tonight. Then it'll be available.
Yeah.
So I got Rob Samoji, I got Vin Manchanda, and Steve Saychuk is the unknown guy that's lurking.
The no face.
That you don't see. You might hear his voice here and there. So we got a different view. We're going this way now because we couldn't all fit around that table. Had nothing to do with my stomach or the way I'm talking. I promise you that.
Your stomach.
Okay, Rob, what you got to say? Anything?
Howdy, y'all. Good to be
Yeah.
back.
What's up, everyone?
It's good to be back.
So,
Great to be back here at LCRC.
yes, it is.
Yep.
I'm prepared this time. Last couple shows, I used to write this stuff down, but last couple shows I didn't write it down, and I think it suffered because of it. You got a list too?
I got mine.
Okay, you got the comments. Who's on the comments?
Well,
Sven?
we don't have comments because we're not live.
Oh, that's right. Oh boy.
We'll have to answer them as people.
So
reply in.
what I got is first thing to talk about is the roof coming off the hobby shop. So I picked up Rob on the way here, and we're driving in on 35 coming down from like Dollar General, and when you come up to the hobby shop on the left side, just before you turn into the hobby shop, it looks like it's their roof in the field, and I'm like, oh my God, that's their roof. So when we pulled in, Krista was pulling out. I said, is that your roof? She said, no, that's the shed that the roof destroyed. It's got to be 200 feet from the hobby shop.
Across the highway.
So when you come in and you look at that destroyed thing that looks like a roof, it used to be a shed. So thank God nobody got hurt.
Yeah, it's definitely good to hear.
The whole flooding situation is pretty difficult because like my shop has been flooded, I don't know, at least 10 times. And I had at one point I had 6 feet of water in the shop and dealing with insurance adjusters and all that other stuff. But so we moved because of all the flooding. We moved all of the stuff, all the materials and a lot of the parts and the office and everything to the second floor. It was like I had to be flooded like 8 times before I was willing to walk up those steps to the office. So now, like, I just got concrete floors, cinder block walls, and cleanup is very quick, and getting flood ready is very quick. But never in a million years, if you were in a 2-story building, would you think that the top floor would be the one that got flooded? It's always everybody always moves everything up when water's coming, but with that situation, it's pretty unique.
Yeah, I mean, Dennis, I'm really happy that everyone's safe.
Oh yeah.
They were all there. And I know Adeline's room was affected, and I'm just glad everyone's okay, man. I mean, you can fix that kind of stuff. But,
Yeah, it's fixable, but boy, having your whole life turned upside down.
Krista had said something about the fact that.
Oh, do you have your thing?
Yeah.
Yeah.
She said about how much privacy she lost. And back in 2018, when we left the Halloween race, we got home and we had a house fire. And she said that, and I knew exactly what she's talking about. You feel like your whole life is just out on display for everybody to see, because they go through every little thing. You lose every privacy. You lose any kind of like dignity or anything because they're just going through your stuff. And I mean, they have to.
Well,
That's
I mean,
their
I would
job,
think
but-
maybe your underwear drawer would be like kind of.
No,
like,
they go through that too.
Yeah, I
They go
know,
through
but
everything.
like as far as everything,
Yeah, I mean, they went through everything. They told us what we can have, what we can't have, and it's pretty wild. So I understand what they're going through. It sucks, but in time, everything will heal. And one good thing, I got new neighbors.
That was, yeah, they got new neighbors is right.
I got new neighbors.
Look, I got a note.
Krista and Kevin.
I got a note for everybody out there in the front lot. Beware in the front lot. You better not wake Kevin or Krista up. That's all I got to say. And look at this guy. Product placement there. Yeah, I could just imagine that about 12 o'clock around Tom Petrello's fire. Season opener was awesome.
Yeah, it was a good time. Definitely a good time. It rained like hell. I mean, it poured, but
It was worth the traction was
yeah,
worth it.
it's crazy. The blue crew did its wonder again, man.
Yep.
Good job, man. It was
Those guys,
unreal.
and then we had new announcers on top of it. So like, there's a lot
They
to,
were on point.
there's a lot of things, hurls to get over, and they managed to make it happen. And Kevin Krista, hell of a job with that race.
But that traction, man.
Yeah, and it was the biggest. That's their biggest opener that they had.
Yep.
I forget what the numbers are.
Despite the rain.
351.
351 was it?
351 entries.
Yep.
351. How many
I
unique
stayed
drivers
the
do you remember?
Monday after, and I did a little bit of testing with the AE car, and I got it dialed in
Yeah.
on the Blue Groove, and there was so much grip. It was like running on Velcro.
That's
it was
nice.
like running a carpet car.
Yeah.
It just locked in completely, and I was just able to push, and I went up on sway bars. I made a bunch of changes. And,
Yeah.
yeah.
Well, that's why I was making changes to mine. And he's like, "What are you doing?" He's like, "I gotta make changes. You know, it's not holding in right. You know, da da da." Da. He's like, "You're a novice. You don't have to worry about that stuff." I'm like,
That's right.
I still got to know. Got to do the right thing because when it comes later
I
on,
said, what
I
are you
gotta know what to
changing the
do."
diff sport? You know that doesn't matter.
Yes, it does.
Anyway.
The guy that never changes diffs.
He was so insulted.
Well, I'll tell you, testing it definitely needed thicker diffs for that Blue Groove. When
Yep.
it comes up, if you guys are making the A mains, you know whether it's an AE car or not, you should probably be going up on your diffs as the grip level comes
Yep,
up.
grip level and warm level.
You know,
Those are the
because
two
when
levels.
you're changing tires, you should be changing other things too. Just think about that.
Yep. Yeah, because as the track comes up, and up should go to fluid, and then also when the heat comes up, should think about upping the fluid too.
So there was some drama.
Uh-oh.
I made the B main, and Matt Naboso and me were battling, and I was so thrilled just to be able to run with Matt. And he pitted a lap earlier, and he ran out of gas. I got the bumpy at second. He had second, I got third, and I got close to him, and then he took off. And all I heard was the scream heard round the world from the top of the stand. I got it on video.
Dropping
I
F-bombs and everything.
got great audio.
He was pissed.
And then I saw him getting a stern talking to afterwards. But anyhow, I think it's kind of ironic because he was in second, he ran out of gas. And then this past weekend at Tom Petrello's place, I was in second in the main. I came in for a pit, and then I
wasn't
ran out
pitting.
of gas.
I wasn't
Yeah,
pitting.
he wasn't pitting.
Don't blame me.
We figured out the cause. It's much too complicated to discuss in this forum. But how crazy is that I'm in second, and I got second locked down, and no good, ran out of gas. So rain's not a problem.
That mistake won't happen on that car again. I can assure you that.
Well, rain's not a problem because the traction's well worth it, and they can get the track ready so quick.
That
here.
track will suck that up so quick.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not going to be a problem. We'll be racing.
Got a Milwaukee pump.
Yeah, he got a new toy. He's dying to try it out.
Oh, yeah.
I'm thoroughly impressed with that Milwaukee pump.
Yeah?
I mean, that thing looks cool. You just put a battery in it,
Yeah,
and it
and
just,
yeah.
you know, there's a hose outlet right
Yep.
there. I will be ordering one
Yeah.
for my property management needs.
Yep, they're nice to have.
So listen, if you're thinking of not coming because of the rain, I just
Yeah.
need to warn you.
You're
If
missing
you're
out.
if you're going to run for the point series, you got to show up. You can't let somebody like me get easy points like that because you're not going to come, because you're not going to compete by missing a race. Points wise, you want to compete, you got to make 6 races. The 7th race, it doesn't count, but all the other ones does. And Mugen is a tough race to score points at.
Yes.
Because everybody and their mama is here racing. So.
But again, you're racing on your own level. Too,
So if you're kind of mulling that back and forth in your head about coming here, think about the points. Come for the points, but you know, we're not gonna miss anything. We're getting at least 2 qualifiers. What's going on over there?
Steve
so-
trying to jump out the window. Get out.
So I got Ed Zillox on the Eddie.
Yeah.
We're gonna talk about Ed.
Well, talk about it now. Let's go right into it.
Yeah,
Get right into it.
go ahead.
Was it Saturday, right?
The Saturday before.
Yeah, Saturday.
2 weeks
last
ago.
week. Yeah, no, last weekend.
No, it wasn't last weekend. Was it?
Either or.
No, it was 2
It
weeks
was
ago.
2 weeks ago. Okay, so Dennis gave me a call. He's like, "Hey, what are you doing?" And I was like, "Just hanging out." He's like, "You want to go for a ride?" And I'm like, "Where are we going now?"
It always starts with me asking you want to go for a ride, but he never says no. I don't
My
think
first
once he's
question
ever
is,
said
"Where
no.
are we going?"
Texas?
But yeah, Texas. You want to go to
Yeah,
Texas?
he went to
Sure,
Texas.
let's go to Texas. But Dennis wanted to go out. He said that Ed Zelox was in a care facility out in Harrisburg, and
He's in the hospital.
yeah, hospital care, yeah. And Dennis like, "You want to go out and see him?" I was like, "Yeah, let's go. Let's make it a road trip." So we went out and saw him. He was
Ed misses everybody.
yeah, he was surprised to see us. We told him we were coming out, but I don't think maybe he knew. I don't know.
Yeah.
But he was happy to see us. He was still in pain a lot. But he was very, very positive. He has a good outlook on things. Dennis called him up. Dennis spoke him. Well, he and I both spoke with him today on the car phone.
Yeah, on the way in.
Yeah, on
we
the way
called him
in,
up.
and he sounded a lot better. He said he's starting to move some of his left side. So he's, everything's still weak, but he's working every day.
He hasn't had a cigarette since
Yeah,
December.
Yeah.
And that raspy voice. Like over the water jump.
He sounds like a church mouse now.
I said, Ed, when you get out of here, we're gonna have to get some cigarettes in you real quick.
But no, he said he wanted to tell everybody that he says hello and that
Yeah.
he's very thankful of the support that he's getting from the people in the community. And he's he's very appreciative that Dennis and I came out. So
Yeah, it's
it
good
was a
to
good
see
time.
him.
We had a good time. We were there for probably about a good 45 minutes or so. And then you could tell Ed was getting a little tired, and you could tell the meds were wearing on him a little bit. So we
Yeah.
excused ourselves at that point.
So we send your prayers out to Ed.
Definitely.
He could use them, and hopefully he'll be back soon. I told him, look, don't think I'm going to spot you a lap or anything like that. So it's good to see Ed, and we'll keep you updated on Ed.
Yeah, definitely.
So we got some motorcycle riding going on this weekend. I brought my motorcycle. Nick Comasco brought his.
I didn't
Mike
bring mine.
Reams got a beautiful orange Street Glide, Harley Street Glide, and but he didn't have a trailer. He didn't bring it. So I think there's probably a lot more than I know that ride.
Oh, I'm sure there is.
And this weather is going to be I was on the fence about bringing it because of the weather, but we'll be riding. This is beautiful country to ride a motorcycle in.
And most of the showers they said are going to happen in the morning anyway. So
Yeah, and
Most of the
even
showers.
they said they a couple hours of sun on the track
Yeah.
before they go about. Man, I get 60, 80 miles in, but I'm dying to just take the bike out on these roads, and I know Nick is too. We've been riding back home on the weekends. As soon as it's 75, Nick's on the phone.
go for a ride.
You want to
Go
go?
for a ride.
So now we got somebody knocking in the middle of the show. Where else can this kind of stuff happen?
Oh, look, you'll never guess who it is. You can't get the
Who
hell
is it?
in.
Oh, it's Tim.
That's like I said. You'll never guess who it is.
Tim, introduce yourself to the millions of people out there.
Millions. You guys alright?
Yeah,
Yeah.
we're doing our show. Come
What's
on
up, everybody?
So tell them who you are or not.
I'm Tim Degnan,
Degnan.
and just say hey. I just stopped in to see what these guys are up to.
Tim races novice, and I'll tell you a story about Tim.
No.
So Tim
No,
calls.
which
No,
one?
no, I'm gonna tell not the bad one. I'm gonna tell the good story,
Good
Tim.
story?
The good bad ones.
Good cook, man.
So Tim's call. He texts me on Friday afternoon. He says, "What's going on this weekend? Where are you racing?" I said,
Uh-oh.
"Tom Petrella's."
Oh, like Kevin.
What?
Kevin's here now.
Kevin? Okay. Come on in, Kevin.
Come on in. No, I'm not coming
Kevin, I just wanted to let you know I had major problems with my Facebook. For some reason, I couldn't go live on either one. So now, unfortunately, I'm recording the video and I'm going to have to upload it.
So if anybody asks,
So it drove me crazy for the last half hour of your show trying to get Facebook to work.
Yeah, you guys kept on. Do you want Krista to come help you?
Well, as much as I tried going back and forth, I got it to where it said live video, go live, and it said not supported. Like there's something wrong with my Facebook. I don't know what it is, but
Well, she sent me over there to see if you're okay. Do you want me to call her and have you her walk you through it?
well, I tried to get into my. There's something wrong with my phone. It's totally messed up. I
Yeah.
can't get into my passwords and all that stuff. So it's not gonna do anything. I'm just gonna record it and I'm gonna upload it
yeah,
as
we'll
soon
look at
as
it
we
tomorrow.
finish recording. So
Have a
I
look
hate
at-
to do that.
Just look at it tomorrow.
Thanks, Kev.
Thanks, Kev. Appreciate it.
All right.
See, they do care.
Yep.
Not only about RC, but about their community.
So,
Shows you.
Story about Tim.
Yes.
oh
well,
yeah, Tim. So anyhow, he
Steve's like,
he is a
Steve's like, I
squirrel.
want to hear this.
Thanks, Steve.
Yes. So Tim is Tim. He texted me Friday at probably like 2:00. What's going on? Where are you racing? And I said Tom Petrella's place, Rhythm Raceway. It's like off exit 3 in the Turnpike. And I was going to go down Friday night, stay close to the track, get up, so I don't have to drive 2.5 hours in the morning. Anyhow, Tim texted me at like 9:00 at night, Friday night, like 6-7 hours later, and he says, "Where you at?" I says, "I'm in the hotel." I said, "Where you at?" He says, "I'm here." He drove 6.5 hours.
Wow.
Like he must have said, "Okay, I'm in."
No,
and
I was in the doctor's office, the
Yeah.
cancer doctor, and I decided right there and then I was leaving. So called my girlfriend and said, "Hey, I won't be back." Well, she expects it, you know.
Yeah.
You
Awesome
called her
for
from
her.
the cancer doctor saying, "I won't be back." What
I
did
won't
you
That's,
say?
that's a hell of a thing to say.
Laugh now. No, she knows I didn't make my mind up all week, and then after I went through all that Friday,
Yeah.
I said, "I'm out."
Yeah.
And I called her and told her that I'm going down.
Yep. That's good.
So
New Jersey.
6.5 hours.
Yep.
And he's a trooper. We pitted together,
Yeah.
and
Didn't do well, but
yeah,
all
something
right,
about
learning.
people wrecking you or something. It had nothing
I
to
don't
do
wanna
with
go-
you.
Nah, I don't want to get into it.
Well, Samoji wasn't there.
Yeah, Samoji
Oh,
wasn't
man.
there. He was making all kind of excuses. He's like, "Oh, I didn't bring my car home. If you would have," he always says. Well,
I did
said
tell
before.
you.
Yeah,
I asked you, are we gonna race anywhere? You said no. I'm gonna take the weekend
Well,
off.
Oh, he was going to. He said.
No, he told me no.
I wanted to get away from him a little bit. Give him some breathing room.
Don't see what happens. You got your wish and you stalled twice. Ran out of your fuel twice. Sorry.
Yeah. So yeah, it was a good day of race. I'll tell you, I've got to say something about Tom Petrella's track, Rhythm Raceway. Next to
Do you
LCRC.
wanna sit over here?
That's like the that track is legit. It's fun. It's not huge, but very challenging. What do they say that word character in
Yeah.
this
There's a lot
sport?
of character.
But it was you had to pick your lines. But man, he is not messing around. He ran a program, and the racers that were there, they had 171 entries. That was a record for that track since he opened, I believe. And we ran 2 qualifiers, which was 1734 heats and mains, and got everything in before it turned dark.
Yeah.
And we're on our way home. We stopped and ate on the way home. It was nice. It was great racing there. But you know, the racers make the track.
No.
You know, you could be the race
No.
director and be
No.
but I mean, you could be the race director calling for the marshals, and they just
There
ignore
you go.
you.
You said the key word. That's what makes
Calling
the
for
races.
them, but like they respect Tom and they respect everybody else there, and like they put the cars. Listen, when the race is over, if I'm not paying a kid to marshal for me, which I don't marshal here, I paid a kid, but if I got a marshal, I'm running to the cone that's best for me. Like, I'm not running to the worst area of the track. Hell no, look at me. So I am running to the best cone. Now, you can't cheat. I know people that cheat. They drive they drive their car to the cone. Like that saves them the cone. I kick the car out of the way, but anyway. But so yeah, hats off to Tom.
Yeah,
Ran-
I'll be honest with you. You can have the best track, the best facility, the best hobby shop. You can be #1, grade A, but if you don't have marshals,
Yeah,
your program
makes everything take.
your program will dump. You gotta have marshals. You gotta be on those people. They gotta do their due diligence. If you don't want to do your due diligence, find somebody to do it for you, or next time just don't race, because as much as we expect you to be there to race, or we want you there to race, we want you to marshal too. So everybody puts their turn in. So
Yeah, just put the car down and go out.
Yeah.
Marshal. But that's what happened all day. People there was minimal time in between. I think he threatened one person to dock a lap. I think he might have docked one
Did he
person.
dock
He
him?
docked a lap from.
That's the way it should be.
He's not afraid to do it. You have to do that,
Yeah.
or people will just start doing it.
Yep.
So Harry definitely is the best. And if you can't tell by now, by the way I'm talking,
Harry,
well, Harry. This story relates to Harry. Harry, I'm
yeah.
definitely going to give him a birthday card, but he's such a nice guy. And I had a dental emergency last race in the middle of the night. I bit into a Nestle Crunch, and boy, did I hear a crunch when I bit into that chocolate bar.
1:30 in the morning.
1:30 in the morning. No, it was 11:30 at night. I bit into the thing that came out of the refrigerator. I had all my diffs. I came in here. I'm like, okay, I'm going to put on YouTube. I'm going to do my diffs. I'm doing the right thing. And I bit into that thing, and my 3-tooth bridge just broke right out of my mouth. And it had a post that went like half an inch. And first thing, I'm in the bathroom trying to it ain't going back. And I can't tell if there's my gums are like a huge hole, if it's bloody. I can't tell. I'm in a panic. I grab the teeth in a Ziploc bag. The only thing I can think of is drive home and get to the dentist. So I come out of the motorhome.
You were panicking.
I come out of the motorhome.
Panic. Never.
And I go and I see Samoji. He's drunk as hell.
No.
He was drunk.
I was drunk. I really was.
He's a lightweight. Believe that guy has 2 beers. He's drunk.
I was drinking moonshine.
I don't know what he was drinking, but then he's like, I says, I lost my teeth. I gotta go. He says, oh, you go to Allentown to the emergency dentist. I says, I'm not going to some place. I'm going to my dentist. So, and then I had that stupid electric Cadillac. The stupid electric Cadillac. Sorry, Cadillac. I mean, it was a beautiful car, but it's a pain in the neck trying to find one of them charging stations.
Yeah.
So I drive all the way home, and I have to stop to charge the damn car on the way. I get home at 5:30 in the morning, tell my wife, call the dentist, and dentist takes a look, and I hate to say it, but I outlived my teeth on the top. I got 3 left, and 2 that are broken at the gum that damn Nestle Crunch. So I don't have my partial. So the whole weekend, I had my partial in. It's the front 4 teeth. Well, I felt like my grandmother, because every time I'm talking or yelling, the teeth are moving, they're coming out of my mouth, and I'm like, oh my God. So this is how it relates to Harry. I'm just going to get back to Harry. So I'm talking to Harry. And I said, Harry, I got to get dentures and all this stuff. And Harry says, I got this lady, this Amish woman here. She's the greatest with dentures. $275. I'm like, oh my God, that sounds like it'll work for me. I said, does she make them out of wood? Amish, wood.
Cherry tree.
But if I'm not happy with it was something about the fit. She's really good with making them fit correctly without them falling out when you're yelling and stuff. Can you imagine I'm racing and I go to yell and my teeth hit the pit road down there? Can you imagine that?
Yeah, and you know who they're going to land on? Me, because I pit right under you.
So if I'm talking funny around you this weekend, it's because I'm not trying to show my snaggle tooth. It's over here is the one tooth that shows. Maybe I should pull this one out, and then you wouldn't even know that I don't have teeth in. I tried growing a mustache here to try to hide my lip. So my wife's probably shaking her head right now, like, this guy has no shame. I don't care. I'm married. I'm not trying to get chicks or anything. I got no teeth. What am I going to say? So, sorry, honey. You got a dud. So Nitro Caddy is on sale,
Yeah.
15% off. 15% off this weekend. Come see me. I got some great colors.
I'm waiting for that E-Caddy.
And what
what I'm
what
waiting for.
E-Caddy?
I need an E-Caddy. I need something to carry my electric car around.
Well, I got the E-Caddy too. That's like a thing that hooks the car and it holds your remote. I have them here too. They're cheap. They're like $49. And I'm developing an electro caddy or something. I don't know what the name is yet. But George Caceres has pushed me over the edge. I can't take it anymore, so I'm making a nitro caddy that's gonna carry an electric car. But instead of a fuel bottle
say
holder,
E-Caddy.
it'll have a tire holder. Like,
He was just
And-
talking about it on the North
yeah.
LCRC
Well,
Racing
listen,
Talk
I
video.
made
He's
it.
excited.
I made it. I
Yeah.
special ordered the parts to fit electric. I took it to Tom's track expecting to see George. I went all the way down there. He wasn't there. George, you weren't there. So I have George's electro caddy. And you know, every time he said that to me, I'm like, that ain't gonna work. Who's gonna carry their electric? I mean, the thing is a little bulky, but it's necessary for nitro.
Nitro, yeah.
But in my mind, I kept blowing them off and watch. This is going to be the thing that everybody buys. I think there's a lot more electric racers than nitro racers.
Yeah.
Would you say?
I mean,
I would say more
it's
electric
just nice
than
that you
nitro.
can carry everything again with one hand.
So it's going to be
that's the part.
outfitted to electric, but we'll see how that develops.
That's the nice part.
Also got LED signs. I still got some Kyosho, S-Works, Techno, whatever thing you race. They're roughly about $150. Little plus minus a little for TLR or something like that. A little more for something like Associated or Mugen or something like that.
Did you talk about your new colors that you're coming up with?
Yeah.
New colors, yeah. Well, there's a Nitro Caddy. I did a promo video, which is pretty good. I made fun of Alan Placer on the promo video. There's a pink color. I said, if you're a female, you can get this, or if you're Alan Placer. I said, no, I'm only kidding. Alan likes it. He says, you would mention me, an electric guy, and a Nitro Caddy, so he was flattered by my ball
I don't know,
busting.
that day glow orange though, boy, that thing.
So anyhow, yeah, we
That
got
color's
some
sharp.
really, really good colors, and
Nice.
you know, these things are just constantly
I
developing.
wish I could
and
take that color and cover my car with it. It's sharp.
We might be able to. It's a wrap. Now this is automotive grade wrap that we're putting on there. So like,
Yeah.
it's gonna be very durable, and so they're looking pretty good. So stop by and check out what colors I have. And I got smart finally on the boxes. I put black, white, green, this, but then I put the material, I taped the material to the outside of the box. So I don't gotta rip the box open to show you the color. You could see the color of the caddy on the outside of the boxes. Does everybody understand that? I thought it was pretty smart. Pretty smart idea. Anyway, because I've been opening these sprig and think, well, what does the pink look like? I'm like, what the hell? Here, open it up. Anyway, I'm in rare form tonight. I got so aggravated with the Facebook thing.
How's your smoking?
The smoking's pretty good. So,
How many
I-
are up to today?
no, I had one when I got here in the bathroom. I went in there and hid like I was smoking crack in there or something. I had the exhaust fan going, and I had a Red Bull going. I
You
got
drink a Red Bull too.
I got
You
a
went both
refrigerator.
ways.
I got a refrigerator full of Red Bull in there, and I got 24 packs of Marlboro in here. So anyhow, last race I had a cigarette with a coffee on Saturday morning, and then I didn't smoke the rest of the time. Then at the shop one day, after lunch I had a cigarette. They weren't good.
How many
And
packs
then-
were you smoking today? Practically 2?
2.5.
Yeah.
Almost 3. So then when I got here, I was like, you know, in my head, it's like, you know, I could probably just smoke like when I'm racing, you know. But I don't want to do that because I had the cigarette, I had a half a Red Bull, and dumped the rest, and I didn't even smoke the
He
whole
felt
cigarette.
guilty.
Well, I was hiding in the bathroom, like hoping nobody, like,
Me.
yeah, like nobody knocks on the door, you know. I got the exhaust fan going, and but the reason why I can't continue to smoke is because last race here and at Petrella's, I have never raced better, and I think it's because if you saw me at this track in the last 3-4 years, I'm like just popping away one after the other
And pacing.
and pacing and just chugging a Red Bull. So when you think, if you're a smoker, you think I need a cigarette to calm down. Scientifically, it doesn't calm you down. It actually elevates your blood pressure and all that stuff. So last race,
Irritation.
I've been doing these Zins. You put them in your cheek, and
Like the one you think
so
you ate?
I go up. What?
The one you thought
Yeah, I
you ate?
ate a bunch of them. I forgot that I had them in there.
I
I
think
ate
I
some.
just swallowed one of those pouches. Like, you think? He's like, I'm not sure if I had one
Yeah,
in my
no, I've
mouth or
swallowed
not.
many of those things
I
already.
don't know where I went.
I forgot it's in there. I got some in right now, I think.
It was hilarious.
But anyhow, I go on the stand and I put 2 of those things in, and I'd be like, just so calm. And I got these things. Oh, they're pretty dirty. I got to clean
Wow, they're
them.
thick.
Yeah. Well, no.
Like you
Well,
said.
I didn't know I couldn't see at a distance. I didn't know that there was anything wrong with my distance. So the top half of the glass is distance. Then the middle is like for medium range. And then the bottom is for looking at my phone. But my racing, man, I could see those pipes like crystal clear. Along with the Zins that I popped on the stand.
I can see myself hitting the pipes now.
Listen, no, I was edging right next to those things.
Me too.
So
Just like you took out P word.
did I take P word out?
Yeah, at the rhythm.
And I
And
listen, on the
you gave it
last
back.
lap,
You gave it back.
I gave it back. But so anyhow, but the problem was, like, when I looked at with these things, you got to turn your head all the way. You can't look with your eyes. You got to turn your head. So on the right side of the track, I noticed the car would go a little fuzzy because I was looking through the middle part. So the whole race, I was doing this on the right. I was going like this, and I was going like this. I was looking out the top. So I went home, and I went right to the eye doctor, and I said, see these frames? I want the same frames. Make me another pair of glasses, but the whole glass is for distance. I don't care about seeing a phone or anything. So you better look out. I got racing glasses, so I'm only going to use them when I'm on the stand.
Glasses.
Just before the stand, I'm going to put them on, make sure they're clean. I used them at Petrellas. I fought traffic on Friday to go right next to my house when I didn't have to pick those glasses up to take them to Petrellas, and I'm telling you, they work. Anyway, so the new glasses are
Still doesn't
a
help you
game
driving.
changer. Well, of course it does. This guy's busting my chops. He cost me money too.
What? No.
cost me money.
Yo, you're dumb enough to bet on me. You should lose.
I bet against them. I bet the turn 2 crew. They were all lined up for the novice race and where they always watch the race. And I said, 2-1, Samoji doesn't survive the race. He breaks the car somehow. And so 2 of them took the bet for $5. So Samoji survived the heat race 5 minutes and didn't bust his car up and break it. Because the last 10 times in a row, he busted his car up and broke it. If he survived, I had to pay 2 times on 10. So it cost me $20. So the first time I've ever seen him on the track, and what does he do? The guy's driving slow. He must have turned his stuff
Slow
all the way down.
status, right?
But every time I've ever seen him, he just pins the throttle right into the wall, off of that pipe, off of that pipe. There's no, the slowest part of the track, he's full speed. All of a sudden, he's going like this, blip, blip, blip. I'm like, son of a gun. I had to pay up $20. So then his second heat, they needed marshals for novice. You know how it is. And so I said, okay, I'll go out there. So he comes out for a second heat, and I'm looking across the track at the turn 2 guys. And I wanted to bet, but like I'm Marshall and I can't talk to him. He broke. He broke. He went right back out. He must have got confidence, turned his throttle back up.
No.
And he busted the thing.
No. Throttle's still where it's at. Hey, look, I'll be honest with you. I ran good on my practices and my heat rate. I ran really, really well. And then when I got to my main, I freaking
What happened?
choked.
What happened?
I got nervous.
And what happened to your hands?
I was shaking like a leaf.
They were shaking. He got this. We call him
terrible.
Shecky now. If you see him around the track, call him Shecky.
Yeah, it was bad. I felt confident, and then I just the horn went, and I went, and oh man, it was just all downhill.
You were
after
doing
that.
good in the beginning, and then it kind of went downhill.
Yeah, it did. We'll work on that.
Well, it was a kerfluffle.
It's a work in progress.
It was a kerfluffle. I heard that word from the announcer last
Yeah.
race. How many times did you hear that word? It was pretty good. I liked the kerfluffle. That was pretty. So
it's,
beware the front lot.
you
I ran through my list.
Yeah.
Now you sit here. I'm gonna sit there.
oh, ouch.
Oh, that was your toe. Sorry.
Oh, that's what I
So
have.
now you could take over your list.
So anyway, if you guys didn't hear about the weather, we're looking at some rain in this weekend, but like they said, the track will absorb it pretty quick. They said there's a 20% chance of them having practice tomorrow. So I don't think we're getting on the track at all tomorrow.
20%.
20%.
So that's 5-1
Yeah.
in odds wise. So if
wanna
anybody
bet on
wants, listen, hold on a minute. If anybody wants any action, come over here. I'm giving 5-1. If we run,
Got the board out.
if we run,
so,
you'll get 5 times your money.
yeah. So
So come on down.
yeah, come on down Friday anyway. A bunch of people will be hanging out, or Thursday.
Yeah, we're all hanging out in Rob's fifth wheel tomorrow. So come on over there.
Oh Lord! But anyway, but I do got the best spot to hang out though. See all the action. It's one thing I never miss anything that goes on at the track. I see every argument, every fight, every pissed off car. It's a lot of fun. You should put up a 24-hour camera like a
Yeah, you
thing
should.
to catch people.
Yeah.
But yeah, so if we go to a further rain delay going into Saturday morning, we'll run 2 rounds.
Well, you skipped over. You were at Thursday.
Well,
What about Friday?
Friday's still, it's me. Friday's still a shot in the dark. You know, I guess it's going to be all right. I don't want to read into the weather so much because it's going to change. So, you know, but I guess they're just expecting rain in the morning, and that's pretty much it. I mean, there isn't really.
Yeah,
You
I
know.
think she said that it keeps changing.
Yeah, it keeps
so
changing.
When I
so
checked there was nothing.
yeah.
So
Yeah. it
Nick
keeps-
Comasco swears that AccuWeather is the one to look at, because every time I look, I go to Google and I go like Oakland Mills, PA weather, or I go New Jersey weather, whatever it is.
Yeah.
But it shows that line, you know, like the whole day,
Yeah, the whole
30%.
day come
So
across.
when you go to AccuWeather, though, it tells you a few showers, a shower.
Yeah.
It's much more favorable
Well, I
than
guess-
what that Google is telling you.
Kevin looks at that. They said it on their program.
Channel
tonight.
57 or something.
27. I don't know what it was. Their local.
It's a
channel
local.
here. Yeah. I don't
But
know.
they're in a valley, so
Is it
this
ABC?
just never.
Is that what it was? Yeah.
Do you know about that thing, Steve? No?
Yeah, I can't tell you guys stress enough. The last race, we did have a few wind gusts come up, and a lot of people lost their tents,
Including you?
including myself. And I should know better, but it's
We had 93 ratchet straps holding ours down.
yeah, it's gonna be strapped down. This
Finally,
weekend.
Mains Day. What do we do, Steve? We're like, the hell. We took the top off of
tarp
it
off, yeah.
because you'd be working on your car and a gust of wind come and it would snap and we both jump like we're ready to like hang on to the thing and fly away. So
Yeah.
we took the top off. So if you're having some problems like that, you could always just pull the top off, leave the frame, and when the wind calms down, it's pretty easy to put the stuff back there.
Yeah.
It's a lot easier than pulling the whole canopy down.
Yeah, rip it all apart, take everything down.
Yeah, just
and
take
then,
that
you know,
canvas off the top.
Especially with the rotor, too.
That's
Yeah.
Sven's idea. He's very smart like that.
Bring your tarps. You know, if you have tarps, bring your tarps. Cover your table no matter what, because sometimes the wind does blow the rain sideways here, especially coming off the golf cart, coming from west to east. So it's pretty bad.
Is that thing still reading our voices?
I don't know.
Good.
But yeah, so keep that in mind. Pit and driver stands, again, it's getting better here. I think Kevin really came up with a great idea last year. You know, your driver goes up and the pit guys wait until all the drivers are up there and they all get their spot, and the driver stands in a letter spot. And then if you're in letter H, like Dennis is up top in letter H, then I got to come down on pit road and look for letter H on pit road. And
Yeah,
then
there's
I
no
know-
rush.
Yeah, there's no rush. There's no fighting over spots. If your driver picks, you know, the best spot, well, you get the best pitting. Well, you don't always get the best pitting spot either, but you know, but it comes up to where
You get you get directly below where your
Yeah,
driver
you
is.
get-
So
you-
if he got the best spot for him,
Yeah.
you get. But one thing I noticed is when your race is over, move it along.
Yeah.
Because there's people lollygagging
Yeah.
and causing a traffic jam coming into the.
Yeah. And then the
Coming
other
into the
thing, like I
pits.
was saying on pit road, I think I discussed this before, people holding their cars up like this, and you know, the nitro engine's blowing out this way. Well, if I'm coming this way and you're going this way, well, I'm gonna blow. It's gonna be blasting right in your ear. You're gonna get nitro in your eyes and everything else. So, guys, if
Terrible.
you're carrying a car like this, drop it down. Get a piece of webbing and carry it with a strap, or buy, a kit inside that will, you know, pretty much. What's that?
Nitro Cardi.
Yeah.
Yeah, buy a nitro caddy.
Yeah,
There
that'll
you
solve
go.
everything. Yeah, to be
And
honest
just
with you.
your pick guy. Just
Yeah.
your pick guy.
Listen, a word to everybody in the nitro caddy community. You buy these things, when you go on pit road, put them in front of you parallel.
Yeah.
Do not put them perpendicular.
Because you'll trip over them.
Because somebody will go running for a car, and if your caddy's sitting there this way instead of parallel, you're gonna trip that person,
Yeah.
and then we're gonna have a problem. My whole company's gonna go bankrupt, and they won't be allowed to be sold anywhere because there'll be massive lawsuits.
No, but Dennis and I were talking about a way to get these nitro caddies accessible at pit road. So they're not on top of pit road, but it's accessible to you underneath, not sitting on the ground. So we're trying to think a couple ways to do it. He's got some ideas.
Yeah,
have
I
some
did some
ideas.
measurements, but right
Yeah, I
now
saw
it's
you
just
did.
not possible. I
Yeah.
was here. I was trying to look for a way to
Yeah.
ensure that wouldn't happen. I was thinking about like hooks
Yeah.
underneath that wood board that you can take it and just hook it on.
Yeah,
But unfortunately, right now, unless he dug out a little bit deeper, there would be room.
Yeah,
But
'cause,
it doesn't have enough.
We were
hook
thinking
there.
of using like a bicycle, like how you drill on a wall and you put your bike in a hook, holds it. Instead of like an oval hook, we were thinking like a square hook. So that way you can put it on and you don't have to worry about it coming out and stuff like that. So we're looking at a couple different things. We're going to continue to work on that to try to see if we can help other racetracks around that want to support Nitro Caddy and get something working like that. So if you guys have any other ideas,
Yeah, we're flying all over the world.
yeah. Yeah.
We're jet setters. We're going to go everywhere. We're going to the Philippines.
Only company.
But besides that, that's pretty much anything. Dennis had a problem with one of his engines on the what the hell was it?
Oh, the clutch bell.
Clutch bell. He
It's
thought
2 millimeter on the Techno. They give you the they give you. I'm
Yeah.
in rare form. They give you a 2 millimeter hex, but it strips all the time.
Yeah.
So I didn't realize that I got MIP tools. I've had them for a while.
Yeah.
So it was stripped. I didn't go crazy. I knew it was going to strip. So I bring it into the hobby shop as soon as we got here. First thing, Kevin,
Yeah.
can you get this out? He comes out in 2 seconds. Well, first he says, did you use thread lock on this? I said, I don't know. And he gave me the look. I wish I would have taken his picture of his face.
It was so funny when
It
you
was
said
like pure evil.
it was. I was dying. I was laughing.
So he comes back 2 seconds later. He goes, you got to get new tools. I said, what do you mean? He said, I put my 2 millimeter in and took it right out. So I didn't realize that your hex heads on your 1.5, 2, 2.5 will wear. I had no idea because his took it right out. He says, yeah, no, they don't last
You
forever.
can look at them though. If they should have like a sharp edge to them, of sort, and once you start wearing them, they'll start rounding out on the sides.
Yeah, you're gonna have a lot of problems.
1.5, I know.
Yeah, they
You'll
strip
see
easy.
that kind of wear out first because that,
Yeah.
of course, there's a
It's so
Little
small.
grubs.
corner.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Especially if you're using a drill.
Yeah. Well, yeah, that's the other thing. People put them in the drills, and that doesn't
So I wasn't aware about that. So that's going to cost me
But if
another
anybody
$50 bill.
on that subject, I was getting at when Kevin was able to fix it with no problem. We were talking about screw extractors, and that seems to be always somebody always around nearby always has one. If you guys are those people that have them, if you can list them in the comments, good things about them, bad things about them, a particular brand that you use.
Easy
that
Out
works
is a good one.
What's that?
Easy Out.
Yeah, Easy Out. Yeah, that's
Tim, do
always one.
you want to sit down, Tim?
No.
But
Here, I'll sit here.
I know there's other ones. I know Nipple has one, which is I don't know what it is. He used it on mine one time, and he had the thing out in no time at all. It was great. It was very easy to use. So, but yeah, if you can list them, pros and cons, that'd be great. And then my only pet peeve, my last one is I'm still looking for thicker bodies for my 8th scale Truggy. So if anybody knows Truggies, I don't care what brand it is. Don't care. It's only going
What's
to
the
be
matter? It's too
it's
thin?
only going to be a practice body, so it's something thicker. So as I'm learning how to drive, I'm not breaking these thin Lexan bodies that
That's just the price of.
Are you using a bruggy body or a truck body?
I'm using a truggy.
Use shoe goo.
Truck.
Just smear shoe goo.
Yeah.
Somebody told me a great trick about shoe goo at PMB to coat the bodies. The guy says what he does, he heats up a pot of water and he puts the shoe goo,
Oh, like melting chocolate.
he puts the shoe goo tube in the hot water.
Nice.
Have you ever heard of this?
No.
And it flows really nice because if you know anything about trying to squeeze that
Yeah,
in, it
it's
seems like it dries right away. It's real rough.
Yeah.
He says, no, you heat that stuff up and then you squeeze it. It just runs like water and then it dries.
Put it on with the paintbrush.
Joe
or something?
Filippo had a body that was
Oh,
coated in shoe goo. I swear to God, that body was 12 and a half pounds,
I
that
know.
thing.
That thing was a
It's
tank.
costing him 5 seconds a lap.
Yeah.
But
nothing's
it looked
wrong with
good.
It still looks good.
It looked good, though.
But yeah, I'm looking for another bodies out there. So as I get better, then I can keep going
I'll go
to
with a bruggy body.
a bruggy. They're thicker.
Well, you know what it is? It's going to be inside the tower, so it's not going to be smashed apart the front of your. Body is
Okay. I
easily-
follow what you're saying.
I use
Yeah.
bedliner spray.
Yeah,
Oh,
that'll work
that's
too.
good.
Bedliner spray. You
Yeah,
spray it,
bedline.
try it out.
Yeah, if you guys, if you have something out there, place it in the comments. Let us know.
Listen,
and,
Sven was really fast last race.
yeah,
and you
he
know
was,
why?
I know why.
Do you know why he
Because
was
worked on his
fast?
car?
You want to say why? I said, Steve, you're never going to win with those bodies. He had the most atrocious painted bodies. I said, those things are disgusting. They're like 5 years old.
Think
So,
like a winner.
all
like a winner.
of a sudden, he painted up some new bodies, and he was on fire. Steve qualified straight up 8th in the A-Main Nitro Truggy, and he was fast all weekend.
Don't forget to mention there's a waffle.
Toby's got a waffle.
Toby's got. Oh, it's on his. It's on.
He's got a Fly Sky Noble or something.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah, it's a noble.
Listen, I wanted to enter, but I couldn't bring myself to do it because I've won so much stuff in his waffles. They're going to think that it's rigged.
No, he's not.
They're going to think it's rigged.
He does. I give Dennis my money so he can.
I won so many of those waffles. They start booing you. When you start winning them things and they boo you, you know there's a problem.
It's fixed. It's a Noble NB4 Pro Plus.
Wow.
So.
Is that the thing that goes like this?
Yeah,
Yeah.
you can
Yeah.
adjust.
Do you have that?
Test it. No, I have
No?
one.
You,
I absolutely love it. I'm coming off a San Juan M17.
that's what I got.
Yeah, Aiden still loves his M17, but I love how I can hand it to somebody. They can articulate the
Yeah,
steering
the
wheel,
steering
get it
wheel,
to
yeah.
where they want it. I was
Yeah.
literally doing that with someone just the other day who was like, "Yeah, just drive my car and give me some feedback."
Yeah.
So I was coaching him along, and I was doing that. And I was able to drive his car like it was mine, and give him feedback, and he
Nice.
made adjustments, made the car better.
Huh.
So yeah, it's very
Can't you tighten up the tension on the
Yes.
throttle?
Yep.
So
Which
it's
I've done.
automatic, so it's like super
Yeah.
adjustable.
That Pro
Yep.
Plus comes with all, and I don't know about the other models. That's the one I have, and it comes with all the springs you need to adjust the tension in the steering and in the throttle, which I do like to do on all my radios. I know Aiden does the same. And,
How friendly is it to use? Like
that's a thing. Like it is.
Sandwall, it's like
extremely
you get
friendly.
in it and it's just like.
It's like using your cell phone.
Oh, really? So
it's like there's like it's like every setting is an app, is its own little
Yeah.
app.
Really?
Gotcha.
You know, and it'll integrate things as well.
So it's pretty well thought out.
It is very well thought out. So the user interface is really good, which a lot of
The receivers are cheap too, right?
they're cost effective. Yeah, I want to
Like
say
$35 or something.
40 or
It's still a lot cheaper than some other ones.
right.
That's for
Fatava,
sure. Yeah.
Right, Fatavas are actually Fatavas aren't. Samwas are the ones that.
Sandwas,
are like
yeah, they're
100 bucks, I
expensive.
think.
Yeah,
You
100
see a
bucks
fire over at Petrella's place there? Is there a fire across the lot?
Are we missing
I see
out?
no lights. I see.
I don't know.
They're
I got FOMO, if you're missing out,
It's-
maybe?
It's probably raining out there.
FOMO.
FOMO.
But well, let's see. Yeah. So anything else you got to say? Anything more? You got to wrap up on?
Yeah, meet us at Petrella's fire pit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If you're here.
Yeah, unfortunately, this will take like an hour, 2 hours
Steve,
to
anything?
upload. Yeah, Sven is going to
Diego?
be.
Diego. Anything?
Hey, if you see
any
Tim
te-
around
any,
the
any,
track,
any tech tips
Whatever you
besides
do,
keeping
don't
your
say
MIP
Tim
sharp?
listen, if you see Tim around the track, you better watch your hand because
I know
guy,
this guy's got a freaking gorilla grip.
I
on
would
him,
hate
man.
to
Holy
see
hell.
what Tim was at like 32
What did you
years
do?
old.
What do you do? What do you do for work or did for work?
Do
Huh?
printing.
Running.
Yeah. So I'm lifting cylinders up.
He's got a handshake. Let me tell you.
Yeah.
Back in the day.
Man, guy'd like to freaking break your hand.
So I guess if I was to tell everybody anything as far as a tip, my quick little tip would be to check out. There's this app. If you're not already on it, it's called SoDialed.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, that SoDialed Race Tech app. I just uploaded my most recent setup, which was the Monday after the last race. So if you're looking for, if you're running an AE car and you're looking for the latest greatest setup, our cars were on point. We made a bunch of changes.
Your kids' cars were. Doing
Yeah,
pretty well.
Aiden's cars were on fire. Even Dylan is fired up. He's ready to come back here and put it down because he's like.
Oh, he's coming back?
Yeah, Dylan
Nice.
is coming back. Yeah,
Nice.
yeah. So he's excited. Because the cars were like we did a lot of changes. We went back to forward weight bias. We're playing around between 8 and 16 kpi, and we've got the cars like on lock, man.
Nice.
They're really really good
Cool.
right now. So
Cool. Good.
So dialed, and even if you don't know what you're doing, if you just play around with it, it'll
Yeah.
actually tell you what each change
Yeah, it tells you.
does.
Yeah,
right in there.
it's a nice
So
app.
It's
I got
gonna
it.
teach
Yeah,
you
I got it right on
setup
my
as
phone.
you use it. So a lot of people message me all the time, and they ask me for different advice and changes, and I get them.
This is what it looks like. Oops. Well, it's not.
Um,
Yeah, it's coming up like that.
yeah.
I
So
got.
he can click on one of his cars, like if
Yeah.
he clicks on the
RC8.
T4E,
Yeah.
he's gonna see Aiden's most recent setup from last week. He's gonna see my setup. He'll see one of Dylan's. I think Lee
does it
Setzer's
post
is
it?
on there. Yeah, there's a bunch of pro guys that have put
Yeah.
their setups on there as well. So you can just pick and choose. But you'll find tracks. You'll find setups for LCRC.
Yeah.
You'll find
Yeah.
setups. Our setups are for LCRC trains. Basically everywhere we go.
You got
we
Taylor.
make a setup.
Taylor's on here too. His old.
Yeah.
Oh,
you know,
so it's
piece.
a
Yeah,
shared
Taylor
network.
DeLosa's
Yeah,
on
it's a
there.
shared. It's shared
okay.
network. Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. Yeah.
So
Anybody.
I encourage all of our drivers to if they're running the car, to share and help them out. And yeah, look, you got Aiden right there.
Yeah, that's from 24 though. I don't know where new stuff is.
If you click on it, you'll see he updated it along the way. But even
Updated September 24th.
oh
Maybe it's the wrong one though. Maybe I want something different.
That's still good.
Yeah, no, it's great. It gives tons of information. Because I don't call you much as anymore as I used to for setup information because I know where it is. So it's very, very helpful. And it also, you keep track of what you're doing. And you know what you're doing, what you currently have in the car and stuff like that. And it's always there. So,
you know what I'm realizing? He used my truck last round.
No,
It was
really?
my truck that he did really well with. So yeah, I'll put my setup sheet on
there you go. Well, let me know.
Make sure it's up there.
Because I need to
it'll
heat
be up
chuggy
there.
anyway. So
I did switch that truck to 16 kpi, and it's a weapon.
I got to check
It's
my
fire.
I got to check my droop and my ride heights.
Yeah.
Got to get that straightened out. So, but other than that,
Check the steering wheel. That's what you gotta.
my steering wheel's fine. My steering wheel's fine.
All right,
The guy
Sven
behind
wants
the
to push
steering
end.
wheel.
Yeah. All right, guys. Thank you for all
So,
being
yeah.
here. Appreciate it.
Do roll call.
Roll call. What's a roll
I'm
call?
Tim Deegan.
Oh, Jesus.
Oh,
You know how they do
You
it
wanna
in
do
this
it?
whole
Go
town?
ahead.
Yeah.
Go.
Let's say goodnight, everybody. Tim Dagden.
See you.
I
Vin
thought it was
Manchanda
Keegan.
signing off, saying goodnight.
Yeah. Rob Smoji. Go
And-
fast or go slow.
And I'm Rob Samoji, and I break cars.